This project won Property Deal of the Year in 2022. This is St Helens Mill. Architecture and Interiors were invited by the property investor on this project to redesign the internal layout, maximise what we think was possible, and that's what we've done. We've taken a couple of the one-bedroom flats and turned them into two beds. All of the flats have had refurbishment, cosmetic upgrades, new kitchen, new bathrooms, and then the biggest piece of work that we did was actually get planning approval for the dormers in the loft, which you can see behind me. So 4 on the rear, 2 on the front. That allowed us to take a 2-bedroom flat into a 4-bedroom HMO that the property investor is going to be holding in their portfolio for a reoccurring cash flow. So as well as property developers, we also work with a lot of property investors. I'm a property investor myself, I'm a property developer myself, so I know what you guys are looking for from an architectural perspective. You want efficiency, you want the most rent you can get out of assets, you want en-suites in all of the bedrooms. All of those things are what we try to design into our spaces. So what we'll look at is the floor plans, we'll try to squeeze as many rooms out of it as possible and try to fit in en-suites where we possibly can. Now this is a classic example of us really pushing the boundaries on what's available. It's a conservation area, it's a beautiful building in a very, very picturesque area of Oxfordshire. The Thames is about 100 metres down the road, and this is a block of 14 flats that our clients bought a couple of years ago. They've asset managed each room, they've squeezed value out of all rooms where they possibly can, and this loft extension was the last piece of the puzzle. We've got planning approval for them to turn what was a 2-bedroom flat into a 4-bedroom HMO. So how did we do that? We got planning application to extend into the loft with 5 additional dormers on the roof. That allowed us to recreate the internal space, get extra bedrooms in where we could, have a kitchen, dining, living space, and then 4 bedrooms that had access to their own bathrooms. So part of the planning application that we got for this development was to actually remove an external staircase which had about a 50-degree pitch on it, completely not safe, open grills, we had to get rid of it. So we got planning approval to remove that external staircase and push the stair core internally. So the only access to the top floor flat when we bought the property was via the external staircase. So by removing the external one, putting an internal stair core in, improves the health and safety of the development and also allowed us to have a central access point and have all of the bedrooms off of that central hallway instead of coming in at one end and then having to lose space by creating extra corridors that were unnecessary. At Aura Architecture and Interiors, we work with property investors and asset managers that own blocks like behind me to maximise and sweat the assets as much as possible. If you've got a project you'd like to discuss, go to aurahomes.co.uk and check out our developer page. And if you want more design inspiration or education around the property development space, stay tuned on our YouTube channel for more site tours like this.